Hey everybody, it's today I want to talk about being open-minded. So what does it mean to be open-minded? We often confuse the definition of it. So let's tackle that today. So open-mindedness means being open to a wide variety of ideas, perspectives, information, experiences, even those that are different than from your own, right? So people with an open mind experience life much differently than those with a closed mind. So let's talk a little bit more about this. So, to know what open mindedness is, you have to know what it's not. That is to say, what closed mindedness is, right? So, a way to describe closed mindedness would be something like this, right? A person's inability to accommodate or consider competing narrative or competitive narrative, whatever how you want to, look at it. I like this definition because in the end, our life consists of the narrative that we create for it. So whatever your narrative, having a closed mind will not allow you to challenge and consider a new narrative. The majority of the people right now live with closed minds. Think about the world as it's happening today, right? With everything happening, we're seeing so much polarity between people. There are political agendas with one-sided perspectives, right? We see people fighting over opposite perspectives. We see some dehumanizing others over differences in opinions. We all have been conditioned to fear things that we don't understand rather than seeking to understand. We are constantly looking to fight against opposing views rather than coming together for, something really important or like an important cause or something. We're polarizing health, we're polarizing race, politics, money, like literally everything. We need to stop the divide, right? We need to approach disagreements with opportunities for growth, with grace and acceptance over the facts, and the understanding that we're all really just doing the best that we can. No one is perfect, but if we all, learn to open our minds and treat each other with compassion, then we can really begin to seek to understand. And seeking to understand is really the basis of about or the basis for open-mindedness, right? It's a willingness to consider newness, new perspectives, new ideas, new ideologies. That doesn't mean that you have to change your opinion. It might, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to or that it will. Being open-minded means that you're able to put your ego aside, completely aside, and be, neutral and impartial with new information and knowledge as it comes to you. It's about accepting that your viewpoint is not the only one that exists and being okay with that, right? Yours is neither wrong or right. It just is. And to be open-minded, you really have to listen genuinely with unconditional desire to of interest, like just really showing an unconditional willingness to hear the other person out, right? We have to learn to listen without our own internal dialogues or judgments or, just out of pure observation. It's about being able to listen to every topic with curiosity, passion, and that willingness. Again, see that word, the willingness to learn, to listen to the idea and the process, the ideas or processes, I guess, without labeling or condemning them. And then making the decision about what to do with that information honestly and objectively. Again, you don't have to agree with it. You get to choose if you're going to dismiss the new information or new knowledge or accept it. You're free to make that choice, but being open-minded is understanding that the other person is also free to make that same choice, right? So open-mindedness is about willingness. It's about being skeptical, but sincerely listening. So, with all of that in mind and with open mindedness, you'll be able to tackle life in a much more effective and easier way. So, in other words, you'll have the willingness to align your life with the present moment, no matter how it appears, rather than constantly opposing it, right? Which is something everybody seems to be doing. You'll realize that nothing in life is actually goes wrong. Life doesn't give us wrong, it gives us life lessons. ones that you can choose to accept, learn from, and move on, or keep reliving over and over and over because you're not willing to accept new information. So here are a few strategies that I think could help you become more open-minded in your own life. So be open to the unexpected, right? Know that adopting a black and white view of the world, this or that, this way or that way, wrong versus right, isn't a good approach, because truth is, life isn't black and white. There's a lot of gray area there, right? So be open to that gray of life. Just because your perspective is real to you doesn't mean it's real to everyone. Be okay with different. Become comfortable with the thought that your perspective or perception is just that, a perception, right? Perceptions are not reality, and everyone brings different perspectives. Well, I can never say that word, perspectives, to the table. We don't all have to agree, but we do need to seek to understand. Adopt a growth mindset, right? Things in life aren't fixed. Things in life change. You change. Everything changes. So learn to accept that change is okay, that you don't always have to believe the same things. When you become knowledgeable or you gain new perspective or new information in your life, you're allowed to change your mind, right? Which leads me to point number 3, embrace new ideas. Accept that any beliefs you hold or any opinion or perspectives is likely the best guess that you have with the information that you currently have. But as you explore new information, that can potentially change your perspective or your belief about something or a situation, right? Number 4, update your software regularly. Check in with yourself and see where you might be resisting change, because what you resist persists. So if you want something to change, then you need to stop resisting it, right? Figure out what your old belief systems are and then try to change them. And then, of course, start meditating. Meditation is a catalyst for becoming open-minded and much more open in your thinking. I could speak forever about meditating, but it's a practice that everybody should try to adopt if they can. So anyways, that's it. Something super quick that I wanted to share with you, being Wednesday. And again, I'm really trying to get better in front of the camera. So I'm pushing myself to do this. I am trying to face my own limiting beliefs by doing these videos. So thanks for listening to me, and thanks for being here. Bye-bye.